Hi, I'm Peter Chattis, otherwise known as the Belief Architect. I'm a professional speaker, author, and public speaking coach. One of the things that people may be aware of, but sometimes don't think about, is how we come across subconsciously to our audiences. One of the most well-known things is, for example, body language. How do we look on stage? How do we act on stage? What our hands are doing, how we're facing the audience, things like eye contact, that sort of thing. But there's a lot more than that. And this is why it's subconscious. When you go on stage, your confidence has to be assured. So how do we prepare for that? The first thing is rehearsal is great. But when you, for example, write a speech, don't try and remember the speech word for word. For example, in these videos, when I start speaking about things, I haven't got a written script. I know what I'm going to be speaking about. I have a broad idea. Actually, sometimes I don't. But the point is, I'm speaking from here. And so subconsciously, I don't have to think about things. I know I'm confident about speaking. I know that I can get my point across. The subconscious preparation you do when you're public speaking is also important. Understand the purpose of what you're trying to do. Are you trying to persuade the audience to do something? Are you trying to entertain the audience? Are you trying to convince them of your point of view, which is a persuasion speech? Are you just trying to inform them about something? Are you trying to motivate them? Are you trying to inspire them? What is the purpose of what you're trying to do? That's the most important thing. Purpose in public speaking is paramount. The second thing is absolutely your confidence. How are you relating to your audience? One of the things that I feel is important is that when you're speaking to an audience, you're actually speaking with individuals, albeit in a group setting. So if you've got 200 people that you're speaking to, you're actually communicating with each individual person. Really important. How are you relating to those people? Remember that everybody has a different way of communicating. Every person has a different way of learning. They could be visual learners. They could be auditory learners. They could learn from reading, or the K and the VARK principle was kinesthetic. They might learn from doing. How are you as a speaker going to be communicating with those people in a subconscious form? That's why body language is important, because the visuals will pick up that. Why auditory? Why your vocal projection, your variety is important. Reading, that's a little bit more difficult. But if you've got PowerPoint slides, for example, they're going to be reading those, but you don't want those slides to detract from what you're saying. So that's why things should back up what you're saying, not repeat. The kinesthetic will mirror what you do. So, for example, if you are forward like this, you'll notice a lot of kinesthetic people will actually lean forward in their seats as well. So they will mirror what you're doing because they want to get up there and do what you're saying. If you're trying to motivate them to do something, these kinesthetic people just want to go out there and do the same thing. They're eager to do that. The preparation for that, as I said, is rehearsal. Do it in front of a mirror. Show people. Maybe practice your speech in front of someone. But don't try and remember the speech word for word. You react with the audience, sure, but you're in control. So next time you do a speech, sure, if you want to write it down, fantastic. But what you could do also is just, if you've got, say, a 5-minute speech to do, just do it impromptu. Listen to it, record it, record it again, record it, say 5, 6 times, play it back, maybe even transcribe it. What works, what doesn't work. Subconscious communication is very, very important. So practice it, use it, and above all, don't be fearful about it. Confidence counts. This is Peter Chatteris, the Belief Architect, professional speaker, author, and coach. Don't forget, subscribe. See, subscribe down there. Subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more to come. The other thing, comment, get in contact. Pete at peterchatteris.com. Pete at peterchatteris.com. Always happy to talk. You want me to do a keynote speech at your organization, your convention, your conference? Get in touch. If you just like to talk about public speaking, get in touch. Take care. Until next time, look after yourselves, because it is only then that you can look after other people.